Let me just start by saying meditation is a wonderful tool. It is a fantastic tool that can help you to heal, but meditation doesn't actually heal you. It's not the act of meditating. See, many of us have come into this healing journey and manifestation journey to try and use meditation as the absolute be-all and end-all that gets us the result. But it isn't the meditation itself. It's the act of changing ourselves, changing our state that actually heals us. This is the key here. When you change, your life changes. Now, this is beautiful because actually, when we look at sort of Wayne Dyer and some of the great manifestation teachers out there, one of my favorite statements was, when you change the way you look at things, the things that you look at change. Now, I got that totally wrong, that quote, but you get what I'm saying. So as you change, as your literal self changes, like you let go of the parts of you that have been holding you back, you're no longer governed by the energy of fear. You've found deep inner peace and awareness. You start to recognize that life is not just a string of events happening to you. It's something that you have a dominion over, in essence, not control. But you can align to where you want to be. You can align to health. You can align to abundance. You can align to solutions. And so when I say this to you, I say it with a truly open heart. Don't think meditation is the only solution. There's wonderful things out there, such as affirmations, prayer, reading the Bible, saying wonderful prayers to yourself, but you must claim these things to be true. Claim these truths in you and you will change. Now, meditation allows us to create the state of being, but other great teachers like Neville Goddard would say get into the state akin to sleep and then start to visualize. Why is that important? Well, why they talk about the state akin to sleep and why meditation helps but isn't the solution is because it gets you into a receptive state where you can actually create fundamental change in the subconscious mind. You see, you have a mind in there, the deeper mind that is pumping your heart. It is breathing your lungs, digesting your food, growing your hair. What control do you have over that? You don't. It happens on an automatic level. So you need to be able to get into the operating system to change. But what I notice is I did months and months and years of meditating, sometimes hours a day, and nothing changed. Nothing changed until I finally changed how I interacted with life. Rather than seeing life as something that was against me or something I had to fight against, I realized I had to let go into the stream of surrender. My stream of consciousness flows beautifully and is guided by God. But I fight it in my own human way because I am scared of life, in essence. Now, meditation can be a tool to teach you these state of beings, but it's what you do when you come out of the meditation that really heals you. It's stepping into life without that fear bond. It's seeing situations as an opportunity when there's a problem. See, I recently had a problem where I had an accountant that I paid a lot of money to and they just did a terrible job. Nothing was looked after. So I had this catastrophe in front of me where I thought, oh my gosh, everything's going to fall apart. I'm going to get a much higher tax bill than I expected. It's going to ruin me. What am I going to do? In that moment, I had an opportunity to let go. So I started to let go. I could start to feel that freedom there. And I started to feel a deep sense of inner peace. From that place, I claimed I have a wonderful new accountant who knows exactly what to do. They know all the inner workings of this system. I bless their hands with God's guidance. And I've just had the solution come up today. Everything's in place. Everything's sorted. The solution came up. And I use it in every aspect of my life, including when I healed myself from digestive issues, when I healed myself from chronic pain, when I stopped my hair loss. I did it through letting go. But from that place of letting go, you can make a decision and you can hold on to that decision long enough to change. Then life happens outside of you and you start to interact with it and it starts to make you react and it starts to make you frightened. Now, don't worry about reactions. Don't worry about being worried. I've been doing this for years and I still had a reaction about the issues I was telling you about. But I started to notice those reactions and I started to let them go in the moment. So in the moment of life, I'm actually almost doing a meditation. I'm actually getting into that state of peace or the state of ease in the body. Then from there, we can claim or visualize or do the sort of techniques that you need to make fundamental change. But it's not until you start interacting with life differently that life will start to change. This is what I need you to know. This is what I need you to understand. So don't keep relying on a singular method to make you change. When it's like a meditation or a prayer, it's actually your consistent state of being. So unless you're meditating all day, every day, which I don't recommend because you don't live life, you become unbalanced. You must learn to find that balance in your day-to-day life. That's when you're going to notice fundamental change within you. So if you can start to interact with life and all the chaoses that come from it, and you can find a peace within that chaos, then the stuff that comes up seemingly, from my experience, always finds a solution. It doesn't matter whether you've got a legal issue, a marital issue, a body issue, a financial issue. When you let go of the fear around the situation, you give space for God to come into that place. And then God starts to guide you. That's why surrender is such an important part of the creation journey. Surrender yourself to guidance. Surrender yourself to God. But no amount of meditating gets you there fully. It's how you then step out of that meditation and start to interact with your day-to-day life. If you can start to bring that same awareness you have in meditation and prayer work and other things into your day-to-day experience, that's where the true healing happens. Can you hold a state of being consistently long enough to see that change? Remember, Neville Goddard said it was all about your state. Now, I've realized that the state of peace and ease and flow is the state of all the good that I want in life. Because if I had everything I wanted, including the health, the marriage, the finances, and all of these things, I would be relaxed. I would be at ease. I wouldn't be trying to make something happen. So sometimes when we go into meditating, we effort too much. We try to add power to the omnipotent. You don't add power to God. You don't add power to the divine. It is a constant. So all we have to do is align to it, surrender to its beauty, and it will start to take over you. Once you let that happen, that's where you're going to see change. Now, it was a bit of a quick video today, guys, because I'm back to back with clients, and it's absolutely beautiful because some wonderful changes are happening. What would you like me to talk about in the next video? If you're here now, comment down below. Let me know what you'd like me to talk about in the upcoming next video.